USMC. Starring Jim Neighbors as Gomer Pyle. Also starring Frank Sutton as Sergeant Carter.
How about it, Sarge? You ready?
Yeah, I'll be with you in a minute, Chuck. Crazy, or is it hot in here?
I don't think so. Hey, you're not coming down with anything, are you, Vince?
I don't know. I feel kind of flush. It's just probably something I ate. Maybe that pizza last night.
And better yet, maybe that beer last night. What don't you remember?
I don't know. Oh, boy.
You okay, Sarge?
I'm okay. All right, you meat it. All right, you meatheads. Come on, move it, move it, move it. Come on. It's the mustard on a meatball dance. Let's go. Move, 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 move. All right, listen up. Here's the way the rest of the day shapes up. At 1:30, and I mean 1:30 sharp.
You feeling bad, Sergeant?
Huh?
I'm right, ain't I? I can tell. Being as flushed as you are is a sure sign of fever.
Knock it off, Pyle. When I want your opinion, I'll ask for it.
Right, Sergeant, sorry.
All right. Now, 1:30 sharp. What is it now, Pyle?
Excuse me, Sergeant, but if I could just feel of your ears, I could tell where you have a fever in just a second. That's the way you tell about fever, by the ears, not the forehead like most.
Pyle, knock it off. You're in formation.
Right, Sergeant. He does look flushed, though, don't he? Do you know what Grandma Pyle used to do for a fever?
Pyle, I told you to pipe down your inattention.
I'm sorry, Sergeant. I was just telling Duke what Grandma Pyle used to use for a fever. She'd take a clove of garlic and 2 licks of sage.
If I take anything, Pyle, it's gonna be that PFC stripe off your collar. You're at attention. Now, don't move a muscle, not one single muscle.
Right, Sergeant.
Okay. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Now, 1:30 sharp, you will proceed to Building G for a lecture.
Excuse me?
Pyle, I told you not to move a muscle and no talking.
But I can't hear you, Sergeant.
Did you hear me, Slater?
No, Sarge, not too well. I'm sorry.
See, if we both can't hear you, then you're bound to be sick.
Huh?
And as bad as you sound, you look even worse. Don't he look bad, Duke? Just look at his mouth.
Stole it, both of you.
Vince, maybe you ought to check in at the sick bay to make sure, huh? I'll take over here.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. I'm feeling worse by the minute. Yeah, I'll be back as soon as I can.
It's for the best, Sergeant. It really is. Just ask him the feel of your ears and see if that don't.
Pyle!
I hope it ain't nothing serious.
Don't worry about it, Gomer.
But he does look bad. He looks just like my Aunt Serena did the day she went down to have her ear lanced.
Pyle!
Excuse me, Corporal.
What is it, Pyle?
About Sergeant Carter, have you heard anything yet?
Well, as a matter of fact, I have. The doctor just called.
It was a fever spell, right? Is that what it was?
No, Sergeant Carter's got himself a case of German measles.
German measles? How'd he ever get a thing like that?
I don't know, Pyle, but I gotta hustle over to sick bay with some of this stuff and maybe try and cheer him up. He must be feeling pretty miserable.
By all means, Corporal, you do that. German measles. My. Poor Sergeant Carter. If there's anything I can do to help.
I'll tell you what you can do, Pyle. You can get back to work on the double so I can give the sergeant a good report, okay?
Yes, sir. Tell Sergeant Carter not to worry. Everything will be raked up real nice. I'll see to it myself. And be sure and tell the sergeant best wishes. Tell him it seems like he's been gone for days instead of just hours.
I'll see that Sergeant Carter gets this.
Thank you.
Oh, you can't go in there. If you want to talk to him, go around this way and use the phone by the viewing window.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't stay too long.
I won't. Hi, Vince. I brought some of your stuff over. Hey, you don't look too unhappy.
I'm not.
In fact, you look like you're enjoying yourself.
I am.
You're enjoying the German measles?
Well, let me put it to you this way. If you had your choice between 103 temperature without gomer pyle and a normal temperature with gomer pyle, which would you take?
I see what you mean.
It's a vacation away from pyle, so I have to pay for it with a little fever. I may even write a book. German measles can be fun.
How long are you going to be in, do you know?
Not long enough. If I'm lucky, I'll catch something else and continue the vacation.
I saw Pyle just before I came here. You want to hear what he said?
Please, Boyle, not while I'm convalescing.
He sent you his best and says he misses you.
Great. I think my temperature just went up.
Well, I better be getting back. Take it easy, Vince.
Oh, I will.
Sergeant, are you awake?
What is it?
It's me, Gomer.
Pyle, how did you get in here?
I walked in. There wasn't anybody at the front desk, so I figured it's all right.
Well, it ain't all right. Go on, get out of here this minute, this second. Pyle, can't you read signs? I'm in quarantine. I've got the German measles. Even a knucklehead like you should know what that means.
Oh, don't worry about me, Sergeant. I never do catch anything.
All I know is you better get out of here fast, on the double.
Yes, sir. I know just how you feel. I know how overwrought a person can get when they're sick as you. That's the reason I brought you these treats.
Well, you should have left them outside. Now just drop them and get out of here.
Yeller jonquils, they're my favorites. You just see how they brighten up your room.
Pyle!
Oh, and I brought you this book, Up the Yellowstone with Rod and Reel. It's all about salmon.
Out!
Yes, Sergeant. Oh, the candy. Now, these can't hurt you at all on account of they're all fruit centers.
Pyle, get out of here. Just get out.
Keep your chin up, Sergeant. The main thing is to get plenty of rest and don't let nothing excite you. Excuse me, Corporal.
Oh, not again, Pyle.
I know you're busy trying to catch up on your reports and everything, but I was just
But you were
wondering...
just wondering how Sergeant Carter's making out, right?
Well, golly, it's been 3 days.
That's right. Like I said yesterday and the day before, he's doing fine. Just fine. Now get out of here.
Well, I sure am glad to hear that.
As a matter of fact, he's due out of sickbay tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning?
Yeah. Not a minute too soon as far as I'm concerned.
Golly, will I ever be glad to see him? It's not that you're not doing a fine job in his place, Corporal. You're doing real fine. It's just that, well, you're not Sergeant Carter, but then who is?
Get back to work on the floors, huh? I got a lot of work to do.
Right, Corporal. Sorry to have bothered you. Begging your pardon, but do you feel all right, Corporal?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just a little beat, maybe.
I guess that's it.
That's what?
The reason you look so flushed. Not feverish, mind you, just flushed.
Yeah?
Uh-huh. I could tell a lot better if I could feel your ears.
No, just get out of here.
Hey, fellas, wait till you hear the news. Just wait till you hear the news. I just talked to Corporal Ball, and Sergeant Carter's all better, and he's going to get out of sick bay first thing in the morning.
That's good news.
Well, I'm surprised at you, fellers. Making light of a man that's been in the hospital for 3 days, especially a man like Sergeant Carter.
I'm sorry, Gomer. It's just that I don't feel so red hot myself.
I haven't been feeling too well either.
Huh?
My head feels kind of funny. I'm warm all over.
Hey, Duke.
I know. You want to feel my ears, right?
Hey, Boyle! Boyle! Where's Eddie? Ah. Back to work. First platoon! Fall in! Come on, move it!
Sergeant Carter! Golly, you're back. Sure is good to see you.
Huh? Come on, move it, move it, move it!
You're looking awful good, Sergeant, considering. A little peaked around the face, maybe.
Pyle, where is
You
everybody?
look like you've lost weight, but that's natural. It's just perfectly natural.
Pyle!
An active man like you gets laid up, and his juices just play heck with his appetite.
Well, where is everybody? What's going on?
Oh, that's right, Sergeant. I guess you don't know.
Don't know what, Pyle. What?
Everybody's down with the German measles, just like you had, even Corporal Ball. Right. They all woke up this morning feeling sick and sore all over. I never saw anything like it.
So that's what the excitement was all about. They must have been checking in when I was checking out.
Ain't it a shame, Sergeant? A whole platoon coming down with the German measles? They say that somebody carried it right into the platoon, and everybody caught it from this carrier.
Carrier? Then how come you're not sick?
Me? Oh, I never catch nothing.
And you're the only one here?
That's right. Looks like for the next few days, it's just you and me, Sergeant. Just you and me.
Hut! Now, we got a lot to do today, so I want you to... Oh, it's just you and me, Pyle. There's no use in me reading off the program for the day.
But I'll be glad to listen, Sergeant, if it'll make you feel any better.
Forget it. At ease, Pyle, at ease. First Platoon, Sergeant Carter. Oh, yes, sir, Colonel. The efficiency reports? Well, sir. Yes, sir, I understand. You'll have them by tonight, sir.
Excuse me, Sergeant, for leaving formation, but Captain Hughes gave me these inventory report blanks. He wants them filled out and returned to him by tomorrow noon.
Oh, for the love of peace.
I'll do it.
Huh? Do what?
Fill out these forms. Be glad to. All you have to do is to tell me.
Never mind. Where's Hummel?
Well, he's in sick bay with all the others. Don't you remember? I'll get it.
So get it. Big deal.
First Platoon, PFC Gomer Pyle speaking for Sergeant Carter. Yes, ma'am. I sure will. Thank you for calling. Bye. That was Lieutenant Klinger over in sick bay. She's missing some of Corporal Ball's personal records.
Third drawer right in the front.
Right, Sergeant. I'll take it over there myself if it's okay. I'll be glad to, Sergeant. I'd be more than happy to.
Take 'em over. Take 'em over. Just go.
Right, Sergeant. It's a pleasure. Anything I can ever do to help you out's always a pleasure, especially now that you're so hard-pressed. And, Sergeant,
Yeah?
I just want you to know how thrilled I am to be working so close to you.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot from you already, but not half as much as I'm going to learn for the rest of this week. What with you and me being alone together like we are.
Okay, Pyle. Okay, I get the message. Now get going, huh? I got some work to do.
Right, Sergeant. And don't you worry, Sergeant. I'll be back to help you out before you know it. From now on, it's just you and me, side by side. We're a team, huh, Sergeant?
Go!
Sergeant, can I borrow the ketchup?
Well, are you gonna return it, Pyle, or is it your own private stock?
Huh?
The ketchup, the ketchup.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here you are, Sergeant. Since there's just the two of us, do you mind if I join you? That way it'll save all that hollering and enticing and everything. Is it okay?
I suppose. What are you doing?
I was just counting, Sergeant. How many times do you chew your food?
I don't know. I don't count. I just eat.
Grandma Pyle says you should chew each mouthful of food 12 times before you swallow it. Anything less than 12 chews is bad for your digestive tract. Did you know that, Sergeant?
Pyle.
A human being ain't like a dog. A dog don't chew at all. He just swallows his food whole and lets his stomach do all the work. I remember once I had this old bird dog, and he caught this wild turkey and...
Pyle, just eat your chow, huh? Just eat your chow and knock it off, okay?
Oh, I am, Sergeant, I am. I just like to take my time and enjoy it. You know, sure seems strange just the two of us at this big old table.
Yeah.
Sergeant, you just chewed that 4 times.
Pyle!
Grandma Pyle was right. If you don't chew it 12 times...
Hip, hip, your leg. Hip, hip, your leg. Hip, hip, your leg.
You left, huh? You left. Don't you know you left?
I'm sorry, Sergeant. It's just that I haven't got anybody's feet in front of me to watch.
Well, watch my mouth. That's all you gotta watch. Left, hey, left, hey, left, help me, hey, left.
I'm doing it again.
Left, hey, left, hey, left.
Platoon ready for inspection, sir.
I don't know why I'm even bothering.
But, Sergeant, you got to turn in a report to the lieutenant.
All right, all right. Yeah. It's okay, Pyle.
Sergeant, the locker.
It's okay, Pyle, as you were.
Sergeant, is that all?
Yes, Pyle, that's all.
But it sure went awful fast.
Well, there wasn't much to do, Pyle.
Sergeant,
Huh?
let's do it again.
What?
Can we do the inspection again just to kill some time?
Hey!
Hi, Vince.
How you doing, Chuck? You feeling okay?
Oh, not bad, not bad. Say, how you getting along with your one-man platoon?
Don't ask.
Not bad, huh?
Do you know what life is like with Pyle? Do you have any idea?
I can imagine.
It's worse than a horror movie. Every move I make, there he is, sticking to me like a bee sticks to a plate of honey. And he never shuts up, never for a second. Now, why can't he be in there with the rest of you guys?
I don't know. I guess he's immune. Looks like he's just a carry and he never gets it himself.
Oh, no. Maybe he just wasn't exposed long enough. Yeah, that's it.
Huh?
I was just thinking, Pyle can't have that much immune. I mean, when a bug like that's going around, nobody's immune should be that much better than anybody else's, right?
Look, Vince, if you're thinking what I think you're thinking...
Do you blame me? Huh? Knowing Pyle like you do you blame me?
What, purposely exposing a guy to a case of the measles? Come on, Vince.
Who said anything like that? I was just thinking he's bound to catch it sooner or later.
So why not now, huh?
Why not? Mothers do it all the time. When one kid gets it, she exposes all the kids to it. That way she doesn't have to go through all that trouble, one kid at a time.
Vince, you're as warm and human as they come.
Yeah, you might say that. I mean, if Pyle has got to catch the measles, no use he should suffer alone. Huh?
Sergeant, you wanted to see me?
Yes, I did, Pyle.
Before you say what you was going to say, could I ask you something?
What is it?
Well, I was just thinking, if I had your permission to move in here with you, then I'd save you all that running back and forth to the barracks every time you wanted me.
Huh?
Like in the mess hall, when I sat down next to you, I was right there to pass you anything you wanted. The salt, the pepper, the ketchup.
Well,
Why not, Sergeant? It'd be a lot more efficient now that Corporal Ball's bed's empty.
Boyle's band? Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, okay, Pyle, that might be a good idea. Look, I want to...
Thank you, Sergeant. Thank you. I just knew you'd like the idea.
No, I think it's just great.
Sergeant,
now, look,
isn't this your bed over here?
Yes, that's my bed.
And don't you sleep with your head facing towards the window?
Oh, yes, I do.
Then we'll have to switch the beds around.
Huh?
You see, I sleep with my head facing exactly the other way. So if we switch the beds around, our heads will be facing each other, and that way we can talk without turning over.
Yeah.
My, we're gonna be roommates.
Look, Pyle, on your way over to get your gear, do me a favor, will you? Corporal Boyle wants me to send over This here book. Run it over for me, will you?
I'll be glad to, Sergeant. That's what I'm here for.
And, Pyle, look, that'll give you a chance to pay your respects to Slater and Hummel and all the gang, huh?
Yes, sir. That's real thoughtful of you, Sergeant.
Yeah, just slip over and hand the book to Boyle personally, will you? Remember how you just walked in on me the other day? Well, do the same thing. And give Boyle my best wishes. In fact, shake hands with him. In fact, shake hands with the whole platoon. That's a great morale builder.
Sergeant Carter, you just think of everything, don't you?
I try, Pyle, I try.
Corporal Paul? Gomer!
Hey, Dick. Hey, fellers.
Pyle, how did you get in here anyway?
Well, I waited till the nurse left the desk out there on account of Sergeant Carter wanted me to give you this book personally and give you his best wishes.
Look, Pyle, you shouldn't have come in here.
Yeah, Gomer, you'll get in trouble. This is an isolation ward.
Oh, don't worry about me, Duke. Well, here's your book. And best wishes from Sergeant Carter. Best wishes to all of you from Sergeant Carter.
Well, you deliver the book?
I sure did, Sergeant. I sure did.
And you gave it to Boyle personally, huh?
Just like you say it.
And did you shake hands with him and give him my best wishes?
I sure did.
And then after your visit with Boyle, did you have a nice bedside visit with all the boys?
Went around shaking hands with everybody.
Oh, wonderful.
Corporal Ball seemed very nervous about it, though.
He did?
Uh-huh. He said that the doctor told him there wasn't no such thing as being immune to German measles. For even somebody as healthy as I am.
No kidding. I didn't know that.
All it takes is just one little germ passed from one person to another. Just one little germ is all it takes.
Is that so? Just one little germ?
Uh-huh. You know, I just can't believe we're gonna be roommates. Maybe you better pinch me, Sergeant, just to make sure.
Later, Pyle, later. Just tell me, how many fellas you think you shook hands with?
Hi, Vince.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
Never in a million years. You just don't get relapse as quick as that.
I did.
I guess you gotta be philosophical. Like you said, it's a vacation away from knuckleheads like Pyle.
Yeah, but 2 vacations in 1 week?
Better than no vacation from Pyle at all, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. If it's the only way I can keep him off my back, okay. Yeah, it's okay by me.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, I'm right back where I started. Yes, sir, I like it here fine, Boyle. Just fine.
This way, please.
Hey, Sergeant Carter.
Pyle, what are you doing here, Pyle?
I've got German measles. But now that I know we're gonna be roommates, I feel a whole lot better. Imagine that. 3 or 4 days of your Sergeant's undivided companionship. Ain't that so, Sergeant? Knowing how much fun we're gonna have, the time's just gonna pass faster than grease lightning. I know a lot of games we can play while we're in the hospital. You know, it's a wonderful time.
Hey, you're back.
Yeah.
You're all over it already?
Yeah, it was just a relapse.
What about Pyle?
Well, with Pyle, there was no relapse. He's got the real thing for the first time, so it'll be a little while longer.
Hey, you may get that vacation away from him after all, huh?
I will now. I'm here, he's in the hospital, and all's right with the world.
Surprise, Sergeant. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Pyle, what are you doing here, Pyle? You're supposed to be in the hospital.
That's a surprise, Sergeant. The doctor examined me right after he examined you, and he said I could go back to duty just as soon as I wanted to.
He did, huh? The doctor said that?
He said it was just a light case. It just goes to show you, Sergeant, every cloud has its silver lining. Now we can get back to work together without missing a beat. Sergeant, tell you, I was his good right hand while he was in the hospital. Now at your back, I'll be his second good right hand. Just you wait, Sergeant. I'll be here whenever you want me, night and day.